Hey guys, welcome back to our perspectives potty.
No, we're keeping that in.
Podcast perspectives. That's
There
what I
you go.
meant. God, I messed it up. I'm sorry. I overthunk. Is
Overthunk it.
that a
No.
word? No. Overthought it. Oh.
No.
Oh wait. What's the word then?
The term that you're trying to find is like
Overanalyzed. I hesitated. No, I don't know. Anyway.
let's just go with overthunk it. I like that one. I overthunk it.
I'm your host, Mariana.
And I'm your co-host, Victor.
And listen, this episode will be just more lighthearted than the other one, because the other one was a little bit deep. But I feel like it'll be fun. You know?
This is a little. Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a-okay.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Recently been playing some Minecraft with some friends, so
Nice.
been pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Adventurous.
Yes.
I don't know what Minecraft is or what it's about. I mean,
sinner.
yeah, okay, watch. I do know what it
You
is. I'm just
sinner.
not interested in it whatsoever, you know? Like I don't find the muse. But listen, I respect it. It's
Look, it's a lot more. It's a lot more than building blocks. All right, I'm telling you this right now. It's a lot more fun it's a lot more than what it seems to be. Just playing with blocks.
listen, if you
It's great.
if you feel productive doing it,
There's
then
a dragon in there.
by all means, ooh.
You see, you didn't even know. You didn't even know about that.
I mean, yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
you want to know something?
What?
Okay, so something super off topic. Today I actually told my dad that I wanted to go vegan for a week, just like a vegan challenge. And I've been doing those, and they've become pretty simple for me now, right?
Interesting.
And guess what he did for lunch today?
He bought a big old juicy steak.
Well, he made ribs. Pork ribs.
Ooh.
You know, with roasted veggies, and you know, it was like a good goodbye until, you know, see you later type of meal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just funny story, I guess. Like nothing much, but
Yeah. Pork ribs.
yeah, it was worth it, you know, I guess.
It's always worth it.
It hits
for
the spot,
pork
you know?
ribs.
Yeah.
Pork ribs hits the spot
For
all
sure.
the time, every single time.
But the veggies though.
The veggies are okay, but pork ribs.
I can live without them, honestly.
Okay.
But anyway.
All right. Let's get a move on with this and play the intro music.
Perspectives.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, so today I was thinking of doing a little reflection of just unexpected lessons.
Unexpected lessons.
How do you feel about that? Do you
like little life lessons that stick to you?
Yeah, actually. I think it'll be interesting to see like the little mental notes that we've kept, you know, or things that we've
Okay,
learned
yeah.
from people unexpectedly maybe, or that they've told you that you kind of build or turn into like a treasure advice. I don't know how to consider it.
Not like something that happened huge in your life, or just like, you know, casual conversations, just like, oh,
Like
that's a good life lesson.
yeah, like a little token, you know. I don't know how to explain, but you
yeah,
get me.
like a little, like a token,
Yeah.
like not a huge life lesson that happens in, you know, TV shows. You know, at the end of the show is like, and this is why we learn to be friends. You know, nothing like that though.
Anyway, do you have one actually?
I actually do have one.
Because listen, I asked you to reflect on this matter. I don't know if you did or not.
You know,
I don't know.
I try to, I try to get a lot of little stories in my head,
Okay.
but I couldn't.
No.
But it, like everything, like this one always reverts back to me, and I couldn't, I just couldn't get it out of my head. I always kept on going back to it, and it was basically a conversation with my dad,
Nice.
and we were just having a casual conversation. It was never like we don't usually talk about like life or anything like that. It's just talking.
Very casual.
Yeah, it was like, oh, what'd you do today? Oh, I like this thing. What
Nice.
about you? Type of stuff.
Hmm.
I don't know how we got to the subject, but we were talking about my grandpa, and
When was this?
when I was like maybe like, I think maybe around middle school.
Okay, so a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while. Um, and basically my dad had said like there was that one time where he was in high school. My dad was incredibly smart, still is. But
Respect.
he was like top of his class smart. I think he ended up getting like a presidential scholarship or something like that.
Ay, que la...
Something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
It was a nice thing. It was
Yeah,
a really
yeah,
nice
yeah.
thing. And so I don't know what happened. One time they ended up getting into an argument, and what became my dad's life lesson became my little token lesson, I guess.
Yeah.
But so basically what had happened is that they got into an argument, and my dad being the top of his class and everything, and this is not from me. I'm not saying that this is what he felt like or anything. That this is what my father had told me. These were his words, that he was pretty much cocky in his
Okay.
intelligence, and my grandpa, I think he only graduated high school and went off to uh, armed forces. I don't think he ever got like college education. Well, I think he took like maybe like one or two college classes over there. But they're literally generations of education. Like the gap is like huge.
Okay.
So obviously I even if my grandfather were to be educated, my dad would be on a different level
Yeah.
of academics. Anyway, my dad had said like something like along the lines, basically calling my grandfather dumb around there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like words were being exchanged, and I'm not saying like like you're dumb grandpa or like you're dumb dad or something like that. It
Yeah.
wasn't like that. Like it got to that point though, that like that's the big picture of it, and my grandpa just kind of like comes back at my dad. It's like, oh, I'm dumb. All right, I want you to go out to the wilderness. I want you to shoot a deer and find it after that if it's still alive. How are you gonna do that?
Did he do it?
Well, no. I'm
Oh.
saying like how would you track a deer?
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know.
No, I'm not.
And then my grandpa started giving tons of examples. Not necessarily academic.
Yeah.
It's questions, but definitely like kind of like laborious or whatever around that. How would you do this with your car? Stuff like that. And my dad, wasn't able to answer any of that. He didn't know. The kid is smart, top of his class, didn't know how to track a deer, didn't know what to do with certain like with certain things with a car.
Just do life in general, maybe.
I
Or,
w-
or
Yeah, I guess so. My dad hasn't even been introduced to life yet. He hasn't gone to college yet,
yeah.
and well, my dad took away that while dad is smart and academically, grandpa was smarter, in this other area, tracking a deer, hunting, cars,
Just
just
survival mode.
survival mode. My grandfather wasn't very smart with the books, but he was definitely smart with his hands. That was the biggest thing. And my dad,
Period.
yeah, my dad basically realized, you know, just because someone's not smart with books doesn't mean they're stupid. They're smart in different areas,
Yeah.
you know. And when he had told that to me, it struck a chord with me too, because not necessarily I was cocky myself in my intellect or whatever, but I just never really thought about it that way.
Okay.
You know, I took a step back. I was like, huh, I don't know anything like that, like how my grandpa would, you know, like I don't know how to track a deer. I barely know how to do shit with my car, you know. So I was just like, huh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, and that basically was my like little small token of a life lesson for me. And I always keep it to myself, you know, because no matter who I, you know, it helps with the kindness towards, you know, strangers, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Or
You
like
know,
openness, or okay.
openness, yeah, an open mind.
I think what we tend to underestimate the intelligence or knowledge or wisdom that other people who have not experienced like a certain level of education maybe, or the same level of education as us, or just something in those terms. Like we underestimate those people and look down upon them,
Yeah.
when it shouldn't be like
Yeah,
that.
I'd say like, you know, a majority of people that have a degree, you know, and, you know, people who have a degree above that degree, you know, would most likely, you know, frown upon. Not necessarily. I don't want to say look down upon.
Okay.
But definitely like, you know, frown upon it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not having that kind of stuff. But, you know, I know several people that, you know, do not plan to go to college or anything like that, and they're one of the smartest people I know. You know,
Yeah.
not only in life, but like, you know, also in academics. You know,
Yeah.
I've had very, you know, I'm gonna use a dumb word, but smart conversations with them. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
education titles don't really mean anything.
I think education, or okay, learning is a choice, and whether you're in school or not, if you want to learn, you have that power. Because we have that access,
Yeah,
like now with like the internet and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
There is so much at our reach, that we can learn from. I mean, yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, but yeah, basically, like, you know, while you can be an expert, you know, and let's just say chemistry,
Okay.
okay, Einstein is no Mozart.
Okay.
I know Mozart is Einstein.
Yeah, you can't compare the level of ability or capacity, or you can't assume their lack of
Yeah, and I'm not.
based
I don't
on.
know what Mozart's, you know, background is, but I doubt he was a physicist or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like Einstein was, you know.
Wow, I really liked that comparison.
Yeah, you know, and it's, and I always see that, you know, I see how I excel in different things, and you know, other people excel in completely different things. You know, and that's what, and that's like a big thing for me to remember, is that never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
You know, you always value the person, you know, with everything that you have, you know, no matter what title they have,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to an academic title.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's my little token. Yeah, that my dad was being an asshole, and Grandpa had to set him straight
You
and
learned from
teach him some truth.
You've learned from his mistakes. That's
Yeah, yeah. It prevented me from ever crossing that line.
Yeah, for sure.
That's for sure.
That's
I know right now, if I didn't cross that line, I'd be telling my dad, like, you got academic probation, and I didn't. But, you know,
yeah. You were that close.
I was running a thin line. But yeah, that was my little token. You know, different people have different smarts.
Smarts. Nice word. Interesting. That's really cool. That's a nice story. I didn't know that.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any small life lessons?
I actually do. And this is actually, it's gonna take a turn. My car broke down this like spring semester.
What was the problem?
In the beginning, dude, I have no idea. Don't ask me about car problems. I just know that
I'm asking about a car problem. I don't even know shit about cars.
No, like, watch. I was driving and the car was like dancing. You get me? I was at a stoplight.
You were in that spotlight. Wait, what? Girl.
My words aren't coming out today. No, I was at a stoplight and my like estaba frenada. I was what's the word? When you press on the brake.
You were braking. You were trying to stop.
I was braking on the car, right? Whatever. I was stopped. The car was stopped. And it was dancing, dude. Like just
yeah, the
like
entire it was
trotting, like trotando, like a horse, like
stalling.
No, I don't know.
Is that the word?
I don't know.
Yeah, but I know what you're talking about. Your body was going back and forth.
Back and forth. Yeah, which is weird. Yeah. So I panicked. I called my parents, and then they're like, you know, since we're 7 hours away from home, you know, when we're like in college and stuff, it was really hard for them to help. But since I have family close to college, my cousin actually said that he would help me. So a couple days later, him and I actually go to this like shop, and he's checking it out, like in the parking lot. You know, he opens the front of the car, like the lid, the what's it called?
Oh, wait, what is it called?
I don't know.
Hood.
The hood. Yeah.
I forgot.
I don't know. See, I don't know. This is not my knowledge. This is not my
expertise.
And you know what the funny thing was?
What?
I didn't even know how to open the hood.
Oh.
Which was he's like, open it for me. I'm like, oh, sorry, what? What's the hood?
Well, I'm not even gonna. Honestly, I can't say that. Like, why? Like, the same thing happened to me whenever I was helping you out on the road with that police officer.
Oh, that's true.
I couldn't. Like, I opened the hood, but I couldn't open the hood.
Yeah.
From like, you know, actually opening it up. I was like, I can't do it. This is like, all right, let me go up. And it's like, come on, man, you gotta learn about your car.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Calling you out.
Yeah. Continue.
Anyway, sorry. So, yeah, he's just helping me out. We're just having a conversation about life. He asked me, you know, we're just catching up, right? Yeah. Mind you, I want to say he's like late 20s, I think, you know. So he's lived like through his 20s, if that makes sense. You know, he's experienced just life enough to give me this advice.
Yeah.
So we're just talking, and he tells me things that I'm not gonna forget, and it's things that I immediately wrote down on my phone because I just told myself I don't ever want to forget this. So listen, I have them in my little notebook right now, so I'm gonna read them. Okay, it's I'll do quotes. He said, "Money isn't the solution. Finding what you like is the solution." He also said, "You gotta love. We are just parasites."
Wait, say that again.
We are just parasites.
No, before that, like start the entire thing over. Not the entire thing, but that one part.
You gotta love.
Okay.
We are just parasites. We do so much harm to the world, we're forgetting how to live in it. He said all this. And I, like, it's something that you kind of hear it, you know, in places like quotes or you know,
Those pretty quotes and all that.
yeah, but like him just saying that while my car's broken down, and you know he's
It
helping.
makes much more sense.
Yeah, or I don't know. It's just
It's that much, I guess, that much more powerful.
yeah. There's so much truth in it, and just having it come from him, it's. I feel it just makes it much more valuable. You know,
Yeah.
I took it as a gift. You know, like what he's telling me is from me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a message, and it's something that I need to keep in mind, because a lot of the times I don't know what I'm doing. I try to find solutions to things, or I don't know, I'm saying like this can solve it, and I immediately think of like money, or let's say what I want to do with my life. You know, he told me like, don't go for something that you don't like doing. You know,
Yeah.
like you can't do something with your life that you don't like doing, because it'll become a chore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
And then you're gonna do chores every single day of the rest of your life.
yeah. So he's like, you have to find something that you like, so you can actually live your life. You know, so it won't be a chore. It won't be a, you know, just so it won't drag
Yeah.
you down, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. It's I guess kind of relieving hearing that, you know, because
Mhm.
I like sometimes I feel so much pressure, and like, oh my gosh, but this, you know, career path isn't the like highest paying job,
Yeah.
you know, or just things like that. And I feel like it's important for all of us to remember that exactly that you don't have to have the highest paying job to be satisfied with your life. You
Mhm.
know, like esta vida está bien cabrona.
The if you're happy, what more could you want?
Yeah.
Like like if you really think about it, what we're all striving for is happiness, and we confuse it with money sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, there's always this question: would you have a lot of money and just be unsatisfied with your life, or would you rather be poor and happy? Like, if you're happy, then you have everything that you ever wanted.
Yeah. Okay. So going to like that little question that you made. You buy things that bring you happiness, right?
Yeah.
Let's say a new guitar. It makes you happy when you buy a new guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get tired of it and want another. Because it's like that happiness that the money brings you is temporary. And since you are aware of the fact that you have that money, you don't care for it. Like it becomes less valuable. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like, oh, it's okay. I have money. I can get myself another. Or like it's so easy to become unsatisfied with what you already have.
Yeah.
You know? So that in itself is not the solution, because you're just adding on more weight to your life, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and now let's talk about us being parasites, how we do so much harm to this world. And let me tell you, right now, 2020, whew, I see it a lot. Like,
Dude,
there's,
I can go on and on and on about this. I have such a cynical outlook for the world.
I feel like this should be like a different episode, you know, talking about
Yeah.
us harming the world and things like that. But I feel like that in itself, what he said, we are parasites. Whew,
Yeah.
the truth.
Yeah.
Kind like, you know, I don't know, it just kind of all hit me. It
Mhm.
made me think, what am I doing that's hurting myself, that's hurting others, that's hurting the planet? Because a lot of the times I think, you know, I don't know, whenever I go to a restaurant and use a plastic straw, most basic example, but also most important, because that's when people say, oh, but if I don't use a plastic straw, like what about the others that don't, you know, that like me not using a plastic straw is not going to solve the solution. But listen, everybody's thinking that.
Yeah.
Why don't you do it anyway? You get me?
Yeah.
I saw a picture on Instagram about oh, and how am I gonna help? It was like a like planet Earth as a puzzle, and there was like a missing puzzle piece, and that missing puzzle piece was saying, "Oh, but what am I gonna do to the world if I'm the only one that does something?" or something like that.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of like one of those things. Is like, oh, just because you do it, and he does it, what about the other 7 billion people in the world? Like, do you really think you're gonna make a difference? Type of deal.
Yeah. I feel like we also underestimate our capacity to help in terms of, I guess, living a more sustainable life. It, like, in all concepts, you name it, environmental,
Yeah.
I don't know,
The-
just
the-
humanitarian,
Yeah.
everything.
No, the thing is that kind of like mentality is a very dangerous one.
Mm-hmm.
Because not to say like, oh, it's sheeple mentality. You're all sheeple. No, it's like while it is sheep mentality, it's such a pessimistic
Yeah.
viewpoint too.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing ever comes good from pessimism. Like you have to have optimistic views.
Yeah.
And you have to try, to make this world a better place in some way somehow.
Yeah.
And especially if you really have a problem about someone else having a plastic straw, what are you doing? Like, come on, bro.
I feel like everything just starts with us.
Yeah.
Like, let's...
The small things.
Yeah, definitely the small things. Because that, I've always said this, baby steps are big steps,
They lead to the big steps, and the big
Yeah.
steps lead to bigger steps.
The jumps.
And there you go. You got the goal.
The leaps. Heck yeah.
Rome was not built in a day.
Period.
Period.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this is good. I really like sharing these, I guess, memories, these mental notes, because these, I don't know, I really appreciate the words that my cousin gave me, if that makes sense. I see them as such a gift, and I feel like sharing them with the world is also, I don't know, what the world deserves.
Yeah. No, same for me. Like getting that little life lesson. Not even when it was happening. It didn't even have to happen to me for me to understand.
Yeah.
Or like but it stuck with me so much. And especially because like I'm a guy, I feel like I have to be better than other guys or whatever. It's kind of like one of those bull mentalities. I have the biggest horn rack or whatever type of deal.
I've never heard that, the phrase thing. But I get it.
I literally just pulled that out of my ass.
Okay.
But yeah, it brings a kind of a nostalgic sense.
I think
too.
it's important for us to learn from other people's mistakes in that sense, to kind of make those experiences a gift, or just like little tokens of life that life gives you.
Yeah.
It's a lesson passed down, I guess.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like generations, because I'm pretty
generation to generation. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell your kids this. Like, listen.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was the podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you on the next one.
Yes. Follow our Twitter. Follow our Insta. It will be in the description below. Hope to see you, or hope you can join us on the next episode of this podcast, which is called Perspectives.
Perspectives Potty.
All right. See you later.
See you later.